I will be the MC for your program today. If you were outside just a minute ago, the tea ceremony, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a warm welcome from Urasenki, Hawaii, so we want to thank them for the tea ceremony. Please turn off your cell phones or put it in silent mode. The gorgeous flower arrangement in front of the stage and centerpieces were done by a member, Ms. Yoshiko Nishikira. The theme is Wa, Japanese tradition, peace and harmony. Thank you for doing those beautiful centerpieces. They are beautiful for you to enjoy during the event. The dishes are personal items, so we kindly ask that you refrain from taking them home. Calligraphy is done by Shufu Society Hawaii calligraphy instructor, Reverend Eijo Ikenaga. Thank you, Reverend. All the chopsticks sleeves are made by board members. You may take it with you. We have 3 table favors, one from the Shufu Society of Hawaii, the set of pen and the flashlight. One is donated by Minamoto Kichuan, and the other is donated by Kayanoya in Japan. Thank you, Minamoto Kichuan and Kayanoya, for your kind contributions. Please make sure, very importantly, that you validate your parking ticket by 1 p.m. So they have the table set out there. Please get your validation as soon as you can. Shufu Society of Hawaii offers $1,000 scholarships to local students who love Japanese culture and who are studying hard. We also, the Shufu Society, give donations to each school. So it's given to the school and given to the student. This year, we have chosen 2 cultural schools, the Hawaii Koto Academy and Ikenobo Ikebana Society of Honolulu. First, from the Hawaii Koto Academy, Dr. Darren Miyashiro and his student, Koyuki Sophia Narashiba.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the Shufu Society of Hawaii on their 60th anniversary. Thank you for allowing the student, Sophie Koiki Narashiba, to receive this generous scholarship. She's the daughter of the late Reverend Yugun Narashiba and started Koto at 8 years old. And is now a junior at Reed College in Oregon. And so I'm really glad she's continued Koto all these years. A lot of the students that start that early, once they start and get into high school, they get busy and move on to other things. But she's continued studies in Oregon, fortunately by my senpai, Mitsuki Nakane. And Mitsuki and I were both trained at the Sawai Koto Institute in Tokyo under the late Kazuya Sawai, who passed away last month. And unfortunately, Sophie was able to meet and take a lesson with Kazuya Sensei last year, or 2 years ago actually, before her passing. So I'm really glad that she had that opportunity. And this solo piece that Sophie will play is written by the late Tadao Sawai, who was Kazuya Sensei's husband and the founder of the Sawai Koto Institute. So Sophie will play Tadao Sensei's arrangement of
Kara is currently a freshman at UH Manoa, majoring in design. Kara has been studying with me for 8 years now. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. But first, while she gets started, let me tell you a little bit about Ike Mobile. You may have noticed we have 2 arrangements in the back with the kimono display. In Ike Mobile, we have 3 basic styles. The oldest and the most formal is Rika. It has 9 main elements, and that's the larger arrangement with the anthuriums on the left back here. The one that we arranged yesterday, and the 2 of us working together, is not using traditional materials, but has been adopted for tropical materials that grow in this area for the most part. So you can see how it has evolved over time and evolved to suit the materials available in different lands where it is arranged today. The second arrangement is a little bit more traditional in materials. That is a shoka. A shoka has 3 main elements. And we were able to get pink pussy willow, which is very traditional for a spring material, and then some chrysanthemums to go with that. So Rika is said to represent a vertical Chinese landscape scroll where you have a major mountain, some trees, a waterfall, maybe a village, and a river running out the side. So that is supposed to be a representation of that kind of a landscape. I have to use a little more imagination with tropical materials than you do when it's made with pine branches. Make sure you're being respectful of how they grow and you're not manipulating them excessively. We do also have a more designed style of freestyle, where we can use dried materials and unnatural materials, but personally I prefer to leave that for the Soviets people. They've got that covered. We don't need to do that. I prefer the natural. My students get stuck learning a lot of the natural things. So back to Kara. When Kara first came to class, it was a little bit of a surprise. Her grandmother had been coming to lessons for a while, and one day Kara came with her. She was just a little kid. But I knew that she was a quiet kid and she wasn't going to run around and disturb the class, so I was fine with that. And after a while, I noticed her picking up flowers that her grandmother had cut off and was not using. Arrangement that she's doing. And she's finished.
I go to the small one. Thank you, Justin. 皆様、おはようございます。Good morning. First Lady Ariyoshi, First Lady Whitehead, First Lady Ide, Lieutenant Governor Luke, Consul General Chotoku and Mrs. Chotoku, all the distinguished guests, members, family and friends, thank you so much for coming to celebrate our 60th anniversary. Thank you so much for coming out in the bad weather. I really appreciate it. I hope you will enjoy our program.
2025 was a very productive year for Shufu Society of Hawaii. Thanks to generous donations and our successful Christmas sale and auctions, we achieved a total revenue of $57,126. This represents a 12% increase compared to the previous year.
At this time, we'd like to invite Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Sabrina McKenna, who will give the installation. All directors, please stand at your tables and take the oath together.
Shufu Society の皆さん、60周年おめでとうございます。Congratulations on the 60th anniversary to the Shufu Society. I'm honored to be able to install the officers of directors. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. When I say, state your name, please say your name. instead of state your name. I state your name. Do solemnly pledge to faithfully execute the duties of my office, to commit myself to the Society's bylaws, and to further the objectives of the Society to the best of my knowledge and ability. You may lower your hand. By the authority vested in me by the Society, I now proclaim you duly installed as officers of the Shufu Society of Hawaii. Congratulations. Thank you, Justin. ありがとうございます。60周年の年、新しい世代にバトンタッチをする節目の年と思いましたが、再度会長の任命を受けましたので、もう少し頑張ってみます。どうぞ引き続きよろしくお願いいたします。This 60th anniversary year was meant to be a milestone for passing the baton to a new generation. But having been reappointed as president, I will persevere one more year.
At this time, we'd like to call up Honorary President Mrs. Misato Chotuko, who will give us a congratulatory message.
Morning. Aloha. For those of you who I am meeting for the first time today, please let me introduce myself. I am Misato Chotoku, Consul General Hideaki Chotoku's wife, and it's a great honor to serve as honorary president of Shufu Society of Hawaii. I am happy to be able to join all of you here today to celebrate the Shufu Society of Hawaii's 60th anniversary. 本日は主婦ソサイティの60周年の、記念を皆様と一緒にお祝いすることができて大変嬉しく思います。My husband and I have been in Honolulu for almost 5 months now. And what we found to be especially encouraging is the enthusiasm and energy with which local Japanese American organizations carry out their activities. And Shufu Society is most certainly one of these organizations. 私たちはハワイに来て5ヶ月になりますが、地元の日系アメリカ人団体による活動に対する熱意とエネルギーにいつも励まされます。
Since 2025 April, we welcomed 13 new members, and 8 of the new members came today. So I'd like to call out their name. From your right, Miss Sally Yoda, and Miss Naomi Ryan, and Miss Yoshie Kaizuka, and Miss Yoko Hall, and Miss Mikiko Neramira, and Miss Chienyi Okamura, and Miss Ayako Ito, and Miss Mineko Kawamura. And unfortunately, we're missing 5 of them, but I'd like to call out their names. Miss Yoko Nakajima, and Miss Miwa Ueno, and Miss Keiko Shintani, and Miss Tomoko Yagi, and Miss Saki Michaels. We we will welcome them and welcome to Shufu Society of Hawaii. Thank you very much.
Also currently reside in Hawaii. So please come to the stage. Ann Kobayashi, Fujimi Fukumoto, Kensei Takeda, and Keiko Arikawa. Please come to the stage to be recognized. Again, these folks are past presidents, but also have connected 60 years and currently reside right here in the state of Hawaii. We'd like to present them a certificate of appreciation. Get you folks to the center of the stage for a quick picture and recognition that you certainly deserve. Our past presidents and current residents here in the state. Again, Ann Kobayashi, Fujimi Fukumoto, Kensei Takeda, and Keiko Arikawa. Again, representing the state, Sharon Moriwaki and City Council Chair Tommy Waters.
Aloha, everyone, and especially President Arakawa, and also all of you members. Now, just on a personal note, I first attended one of the Shufu Society meetings with Ann Kobayashi. And it was a small group, so I am so impressed that we have grown over these years. So happy birthday, Shufu Society, and your 60th anniversary. On behalf of the legislature, I do want to thank you for all you've done, not only the cultural exchange, as the president has said, person to person, the fellowship, the real care in terms of U.S., Hawaii, and Japan relationships. It's the fellowship, it's the people. So I'd like to just read to you a little of the Senate congratulatory message here, and it says, we honor the Shufu Society of Hawaii for its remarkable legacy of cultural preservation, education, service, and international friendship. We express deep gratitude for its immeasurable contributions to the people of Hawaii, and extend warm congratulations as the society continues to inspire unity, compassion, and aloha now and into the future. Okage samare, because of you, we are a better society. Thank you.
And can you tilt the, yeah, because like, yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, thank you.
On behalf of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council extends its heartfelt congratulations upon the remarkable milestone of 60 years of serving the people of Hawaii and Japan in sharing cultural bonds, building bridges, and aloha from shore to shore. So congratulations on 60 more years.
We are honoring two individuals. These two individuals have made tremendous contributions to the community and supported the Shufu Society of Hawaii for many, many years. Ladies and gentlemen, while Governor Josh Green is unable to be with us in person today, we are honored to have received special messages from him in recognition of our distinguished honorees. These messages reflect the governor's deep appreciation for their lifetime of service, leadership, and long-lasting contributions to our community. With your kind attention, I would like to now present these special messages on behalf of the Office of the Governor. A special message from Governor Josh Green, MD, in recognition of Honorable Ann H. Kobayashi. On behalf of the people of Hawaii, I extend warm aloha to the Honorable Ann H. Kobayashi, who is being recognized by the Shufu Society of Hawaii for her lifetime achievements. Throughout her distinguished career in public service, she has demonstrated unwavering dedication to her communities throughout Hawaii, serving with integrity, wisdom, and deep commitment. Her contributions have strengthened the civic engagement, advanced the public service, and enriched the lives of countless island residents from Keiki to Kupuna. I would like to also recognize her meaningful role in preserving and promoting Japanese culture and fostering lifetime, long-lasting ties between Hawaii and Japan. Her continued support and mentorship will serve as inspiration, ensuring that cultural legacy, harmony, and gratitude are passed on to future generations. I extend my appreciation and mahalo for her lifelong work in the community and best wishes for continued health, happiness, and success in the years ahead. With warm aloha, Josh Green, MD, Governor, State of Hawaii. Congrats. And for the honor. And another special message from the Governor, Governor Josh Green, MD, in recognition of Dr. Lawrence K.W. Seyu, DDS, FAGD, PhD. Lots of degrees there. On behalf of the people of Hawaii, I extend a warm aloha to Dr. Lawrence K.W. Seyu, DDS, FAGD, PhD, who's being honored by the Shufu Society of Hawaii for his extraordinary lifelong achievements, leadership, and unwavering commitment to community service. A devoted and long-time supporter of the Shufu Society of Hawaii, Dr. Seyu has consistently championed the Society's events and initiatives to advance its mission of Japanese cultural preservation, education enrichment, and strengthening of community ties. Dr. Seyu's dedication to public service began early in life. He served his country honorably in the Hawaii Army National Guard and later in the U.S. Air Force during the Korean conflict. A graduate of Brigham Young University and Northwestern University Dental School, Dr. Seyu devoted his professional career to advancing education, healthcare, and community well-being. In recognition of his global contributions to medical research and education, Dr. Seyu and his spouse, Boheng Chen, established the Seyu Medical Research Institute in collaboration with the University of Oxford and the Oxford Healthcare System. Locally, he also made enduring contributions to education in the state of Hawaii, including his role in establishing the Chaminade University School of Nursing and Learning Center, for which he received the prestigious Silver Sword Hall of Fame Award in 2015. I want to recognize and extend my appreciation and mahalo to Dr. Seyu for expanding access to education and commend him for creating opportunities that will benefit future generations in Hawaii. With warm aloha, Josh Green, MD, Governor, State of Hawaii. We are truly, truly grateful for the Governor's thoughtful words and continued support. Please join me in recognizing our honorees for their extraordinary contributions. And now, continuing with this moment of recognition, it is my great honor to invite a representative from the Office of the Mayor, City and County of Honolulu to present an official proclamation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Nola Miyasaki, Director of Human Resources for the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you, Justin. Aloha, good morning. Thank you all for having me here. It's a privilege to represent Mayor Blangiardi and express our appreciation and gratitude to these very special honorees. So, first, to Ms. N. H. Kobayashi, on behalf of Mayor Blangiardi, I'd like to read this proclamation. Whereas Ms. N. H. Kobayashi, former president of the Shufu Society of Hawaii and former chair of the Honolulu City Council, is a distinguished civic leader, public servant, and champion of cultural preservation, who has dedicated more than 4 decades of her life to serving the people of the city and county of Honolulu. And whereas Ms. Kobayashi's career spans more than 40 years of exemplary public service, including her tenure as a Honolulu City Council member from 2002 to 2021, serving as chair of the City Council from 2020 to 2021. Whereas Ms. Kobayashi has received international recognition for contributions to strengthening Hawaii-Japan relations, and whereas she has continued to provide strong leadership and guidance to community organizations, including her ongoing involvement with the Shufu Society of Hawaii. Whereas the Shufu Society of Hawaii officially registered as a nonprofit in 2000, maintaining a long-standing relationship with the Consul General of Japan in Honolulu, celebrates its 60th anniversary under the theme Passing Japanese Culture to the Future with Gratitude and Legacy, honoring 6 decades of service, scholarship, education, intergenerational programs, and community engagement. Whereas the life of work of Ms. Anne Kobayashi exemplifies extraordinary leadership, dedicated public service, and unwavering commitment to cultural preservation, making it fitting and proper that the City and County of Honolulu formally recognize her remarkable contributions. Now therefore, I, Rick Blangiardi, Mayor of the City and County of Honolulu, do hereby proclaim March 22, 2026 to be Anne H. Kobayashi Day in honor of her decades of public service, exemplary leadership in civic and cultural organizations, international recognition for fostering Hawaii-Japan relations, and her enduring contributions to the community of Honolulu. Signed by Mayor Rick Blangiardi, March 22, 2026. Congratulations and mahalo. Next, I'd like to acknowledge and honor Dr. Larry Seyu on behalf of the Mayor Blangiardi, City and County of Honolulu. Whereas Dr. Lawrence K.W. Seyu, a proud graduate of St. Louis, Brigham Young University, and Northwestern University Dental School, is an internationally recognized dentist, philanthropist, educator, and community leader who has devoted his entire life to advancing healthcare, higher education, medical research, and the preservation of culturally heritage locally, nationally, and internationally. Whereas Dr. Seyu, following his service in the Hawaii Army National Guard and the U.S. Air Force during the Korean War, has pursued a distinguished career in dentistry in Honolulu, earning national recognition as one of America's top dentists. Whereas Dr. Seyu has made lasting contributions to higher education, medical research, and the training of our future healthcare professionals. And whereas Dr. Seyu has demonstrated unwavering commitment to philanthropy and community service, having served as in leadership roles such as president of the Jackie Chan Charitable Foundation, co-chair of the American Cancer Society, and a member of the Board of Regents for St. Louis School, Chaminade University, and the University of Oxford, and has also been recognized as Hawaii's Philanthropist of the Year. Whereas Dr. Seyu is a longstanding supporter and advocate of the Shufu Society of Hawaii, and whereas his life exemplifies extraordinary leadership, selfless service, and a profound commitment to the healthcare, education, philanthropy, and cultural preservation, making it fitting and proper that the City and County of Honolulu formally recognize his lasting contributions. Now therefore, I, Rick Blangiardi, Mayor of the City and County of Honolulu, do hereby proclaim today, March 22, 2026, to be Dr. Lawrence K.W. Seyu Day in honor of a lifetime of service, extraordinary achievements in healthcare and education, philanthropic leadership, support of cultural preservation, and profound contributions to the community of Hawaii. Signed, March 22, 2026, in Honolulu, Mayor Rick Blangiardi. Congratulations and mahalo, Dr. Slayton.
I just want to say thank you to everyone, because it's all your doing that it really urged me to be active in the community. So thank you to all of you.
Okay. Doctor, if you will join me. Doctor is now going to do a fashion show down this runway. He'd like to say a few words.
I asked my dear friend Justin if he can unhold the mic so that I can stand at the stage, because if I stood behind the podium, he wouldn't be able to see me. I want to thank the governor and the mayor for such a gracious proclamation and all Anne and myself in dedication to the people of Hawaii. May I thank Keiko and the committee for the nomination for this great honor at the Shufu Society. May I take a few minutes to also thank my wife, my past wife, or my late wife, let's say, who was very influential in making me who I am because of her. She was a perfect wife, loving, tender, considerate, thoughtful. It's a wife that most men dream of having, but never come true. I was the lucky one that he was one of them to be her husband. I would like to pay tribute to her by dedicating this award in her honor. I know she's here with us in spirit. Thank you for coming, and arigato gozaimasu.
I love the fact that Shufu Society, again, not only gives scholarships to the student, but they also financially gift to the school. So it's two birds, one stone. The school gets, that little added extra help that they need, and the student does. It's a win-win situation for everyone. And it's especially heartwarming when the youth are getting involved with that. The organization's activities are made possible by members' annual dues, donations, and fundraising events like the Christmas Luncheon. The organization tries its best to use the money wisely and meaningfully, and this year's Shufu Society Hawaii will once again make donations to the Department of Japanese Studies at the University of Hawaii and Rainbow Academy, the Hawaii Japanese School. Professor Mark Levin from UH Manoa and Alexander Sharp from the Rainbow Gakuen. Please come up to the stage to be recognized.
ここまでは流暢な英語が続きました。しかし、これからはちょっと違います。私日本から参りましたものですから、日本の文化というものに非常に興味を持ってますけども、日本の文化の一つに日本語の美しさがございます。私これからその美しい日本語でインボケーションをさせていただきます。よろしくお願いします。今年は60年に一度の日の絵で飛躍の年と言わせます。60年前に主の友が誕生し、発展を続けてまいりました。おかげさまをもちまして60周年を迎えることができました。私どもシュフソサイティオブハワイは在ホノルル日本国創業時間のご支援を賜りながら、名誉会長には代々日本国創業時ご夫人、そしてまたは総領事にお務めをいただき、次世代へ日本文化をつないでいくことを大切に、文化、教養、奉仕の心を持って歩みを重ねてまいりました。この60年の歴史をつなぐことができましたのは、ひとえに会を守り支えてくださいました歴代会長をはじめ理事の皆様、そして会員の皆様、お一人お一人のご尽力の賜物と心より深く感謝申し上げます。本日、有川恵子会長が再任され、新しい役員の皆様と共に、さらに新しい時代にふさわしい歩みが進みますことを心より願っております。これからも私どもシュフソサイティオブハワイが日本文化を次の世代へと受け継ぎ、地域社会への貢献を続けていけますよう、皆様の変わらぬご理解と温かいご支援を賜りますようお願い申し上げます。戦争のない、核兵器のない平和な世界が訪れますことを祈りつつ、皆様のごめんなさい、涙が出てしまいますね。ご健勝とご多幸、そして本会のさらなる発展をお祈り申し上げます。ハワイは警報洪水注意報が発令され、各地に被害をもたらしました。今日は304名のゲストをお迎えし、ご一緒にお料理をいただけますことを神様に感謝し、心を込めてお料理をご用意くださったシェルトンホテル料理長並びに皆様に感謝申し上げ、ただいまより皆様ご一緒にお手を合わせていただきます。どうぞ。いただきます。言えますか？いただきます。よろしくお願いします。
皆さん、こんにちは。Good afternoon. Aloha. Today I have been very nervous. Not because I have to propose a toast and make a speech, but because my wife, Misako, had to make a speech in public. for the first time in her life. I have been so nervous. But as you can see, I hope that she has made and completed her speech very successfully. So that's why I'm very happy that she made it in a successful manner. And today, I want to explain to you that right after we arrived in Honolulu, we were offered the role of the honorary president of the Shufu Society, and she bravely accepted and assumed that important role as honorary president of the Shufu Society. I'd like to commend her braveness to assume such an important role. Of course, it's not so Japanese tradition and Japanese custom to commend my wife in public, but I dare to commend my wife, Ms. Sato, for this important role that she accepted. I also would like to congratulate the 60th anniversary of Shufu Society. For 6 decades, all of you have preserved Japanese culture and served the community through volunteer work and educational programs, becoming a vital bridge between Japan and Hawaii. I'm sorry to explain to you in Japanese. 大変申し訳ありません。日本語でも説明させていただきます。皆様こんにちは。本日はシュフソサイティ60周年、お祝いを申し上げます。また本日の新役員就任パーセントプレゼント。ハワイはこれまでも、そしてこれからも日本人にとって特別な存在でございます。国や地域の関係の要は人と人との交流でございます。こうしたつながりの上にこそ揺るぎない絆が生まれます。在ホノルル日本国総領事館を代表し、これまでの、そして現在の会員の皆様に心より感謝を申し上げたいと思います。I extend congratulations to President Ms. Keiko Aikawa and incoming officers for their dedication and leadership. 有川恵子会長並びに新役員の皆様のご尽力とリーダーシップにも重ねて、お祝いと敬意を表します。Please raise your glasses to the Shufu Society of Hawaii, to its continued success and to enduring friendship between Japan and Hawaii. それでは皆さんグラスをお取りください。シュフソサイティオブハワイのさらなる発展、そして、日本とハワイの末永い友情に、乾杯を、したいというふうに思います。So, I'd like to propose a toast. Are you ready? So propose toast. 乾杯。Thank you very much.
Consul General Hideki Shotoku, thank you so much for those kind words.